Namaste everyone, my name's Carolyn and today we're going to go through a moon salute. So the moon salute is quite strong through the legs. So if you have problems with your hamstring, just grab some blocks or some books to act like blocks, and we can use that later when we come into our leg work. But first of all, we're just going to come lying down. We're just going to do a warm up on our back and our legs. So first of all, just be aware of our breaths. Just relax your arms, relax your legs. As you breathe in through the abdomen. Keep breathing in, let the breath float all the way up to the collarbone. And then as you breathe out, let the breath float back down to the lower abdomen. So as you breathe in, just be aware of your legs. Are you holding tension in your legs? As you breathe out, soften the legs. So throughout the class today, really stay aware of our breath, because we are going to be working quite strong through the hamstrings. So use the outward breath to let go of that tension that you're holding in your legs. So now we're going to bring the knees into our chest, have the hands on our knees. Breathing in. As you breathe out, let the knees come nice and close to your chest. So we're just warming up the lower back. Breathing in, knees come up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, draw the knees a little closer to your chest. Breathing in, knees up to the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, draw them nice and close. Take the feet down, knees are still bent. We're going to come into a rolling bridge. So as you breathe in, roll the spine up off the mat. And then as you breathe out, roll the spine down really slowly. So we're going to do that 2 more times. Breathing in to roll up a little higher. Breathe out to roll down. This time use your arms as well. So as you breathe in and roll up, reach the arms past your ears. And then as you breathe out, roll down and bring the arms down by your sides. 1 more time. Breathing in, roll up, reach the arms nice and strong. And breathe out to roll down. So we're going to warm up the legs a little bit more. So bring the right knee into your chest. As you breathe out, draw the knee nice and close. Reach out the left leg, just have it hovering above the mat, point out the toes. If it's okay in your neck, bring your head up towards your knee. Make sure your shoulders, your neck are soft. Reach out through those toes, nice and strong. Relax it down. So take the right hand on the right knee, let the knee come out nice and wide to the side. As you breathe out, draw the knee towards your armpits. So we're going to warm up our hips. Relax it down, change for the other side, left knee in. As you breathe out, draw the knee nice and close, reach out through the right toes. Lift the head, neck nice and soft. And then relax it down, left hand on the knee, let the knee come out nice and wide. As you breathe out, draw the knee towards your armpit. Bring both knees in. We're going to roll all the way up to sitting, then swing the legs to the back, coming into down dog, just to warm up the legs a little bit more. So make sure the hands are spread nice and wide. And we're just going to walk our dog, so just bring one heel at a time down on the mat. Allow the left heel to come down, right knee slightly bent. Switch for the other side. This time as you breathe in, come high on the toes. As you breathe out, press both heels close to the mat. Breathing in to float up on the toes. As you breathe out, release the heels. 1 more time, breathing in and then breathing out. Just holding here for a few more breaths if you can. Make sure the shoulders, neck are soft and relaxed. And then soften the knees, walk your feet towards your hands to come into forward fold. We're going to come into waterfall. So knees can be bent. Bring the hands open up to the ceiling. Hands can be on the block if you like. Consciously relax your head, relax your shoulders down. With each outward breath, try and sink your torso a little closer to the legs. 2 more breaths. Slow down the breath as much as you can. Then relax, and we're going to roll all the way up to standing, breathing in, arms come up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, bring your hands to your heart center and then turn your body around so you're facing me. So we're going to come on the wide part of your mat. So we're going to start the moon salute. So we're going to flow like the moon, so we'll flow to the side. So do flow the same way as I do. So breathing in, arms come up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, just sway to the side and hold your sway. Breathing in to lengthen. As you breathe out, sway to the other side. Breathing in to lengthen, breathe out, hands to your heart center, moving into goddess. So just turn the toes to the corners of your mat and then bend the knees so the knees are also facing the corners. Elbows come out in line with the shoulders, fingertips up to the ceiling. So just make sure there's even pressure through your feet so you're aware of your knees. If you can, bend the knees a little bit more to sink a little deeper. Consciously draw the navel in, draw the chest in. 2 more breaths. Breathing in to lengthen, breathe out, hands to your heart center. Going to move it into triangle. So this side foot, just turn it around so it's facing the top of the mat, and the back foot comes parallel to the back of the mat. Breathing in to open the arms. As you breathe out, hinge forward and down into your triangle. Going to draw a moon shape with that top arm. So allow it to circle down to the floor, all the way around to the front, and 1 more if you can. And then as it comes up to the ceiling, relax the shoulders and reach the arm forward past your ears. So those who want to work a little stronger, try and draw your heart center up to the ceiling. Make sure there's even pressure through your feet. Hold here for a few more breaths. Let that arm come up. Come all the way up to standing. So we're going to move it into folding triangle. So the leg that's at the back, just step it towards me a little bit and then turn your feet around so you're facing the top of the mat. So here you can either have your hands on your hips, hold your elbows, or hands to namaste. Breathing in to lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, hinge forward to your folding triangle. So if you're finding it too strong through that front leg, just a soft bend through the knee. Make sure your shoulders are soft. As you breathe in, visualize of lengthening the spine. As you breathe out, reach back through your sitting bones. Reach forward through the crown of the head. Just holding a few more breaths. Try not to lock that front knee in. Nice even pressure through your feet as you hold. And then we're going to move it into pyramid. So this is where you might want to use your blocks. So either hands come down on the mat or the block. Breathing in to lengthen. As you breathe out, hinge down. So again, just stay aware of the front knee. If it's too intense, do bend the knee. Just a few more breaths if you can, just giving a chance for the calf and the hamstring to soften and stretch. And then we're going to bend both knees. Going to bring the back knee down to the mat. So do pad under your knee if you need to. Going to move it into crescent moon. Breathing in, arms come up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, release through your hips. You might need to slide that front foot forward. Relax your shoulders. Just a few more breaths. Let the hands come down. We're going to transfer our weight back to straighten the leg, toes up. Hands can be on the block if you want. Breathing in to lengthen. As you breathe out, hinge down. So if you're finding it too strong behind the knee, just bend the knee. Consciously relax your shoulders, relax your head. And then as you come up, just transfer the weight forward. We're going to turn around to face me, straighten the legs, bring the feet down. So you're in forward fold. So your hands can either be on the mat or the block, or you can hold your elbows. Breathing in. As you breathe out, hinge down. Draw the chin softly into your throat to relax your head, relax your shoulders. If you're finding it too strong through the legs, just bend the knees. Just holding just a few more breaths if you can. Come up to a flat back. We're going to just turn around to come to the other side. So we're going to come into crescent moon. Breathing in, arms come up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, release through your hips. You can slide the leg forward, shoulders soft. You can pad under that back knee if you need to. Let the hands come down, transfer your weight back to straighten the leg, toes up. Breathing in to lengthen. As you breathe out, hinge down. Bend the knee, hands on the block if you need to. And then bring your weight forward. So we're going to move it into pyramids. We need to come up slowly. So just straighten both legs. You'll need to step the back foot forward a little bit, just so the heel come down. So if you feel you're struggling, do bring your hands on the block. Breathing in to lengthen the body. As you breathe out, hinge your torso and your head down. Bend the knee that's too strong. Just focus your breath to the hamstring. Let it soften, let it go. Then we're going to come up into folding triangle. So bend that front knee. The back foot, just step it out towards me a fraction. Hands on your hips, come up to a flat back and then straighten the leg. Breathing in to lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, reach back through the sitting bones. Reach forward through the crown of the head. Nice even pressure through the feet. Miniature bend through that front knee if you need to. And then press all the way up. So just keep the front foot where it is. Just turn the back foot back a little bit and have it parallel to the back of the mat. So we're ready for triangle. Breathing in to open the arms. As you breathe out, hinge forward and down to come into your triangle. Draw that moon shape with that top arm. So let it circle to the back, down to the floor and around. One more circle. And then as it comes up to the ceiling, soften it and then reach it forward past your ears. If you want to come a little stronger, open your heart center up to the ceiling. And as you hold, just be aware of your breath and the subtle movement of the body as you breathe. Let that arm come back up to the ceiling. Come all the way up to standing, relax. Turn it into your goddess again. To toes out to the corners. Bend the knees, elbows out. Breathing in, as you breathe out, release down. So we're going to come into what's called straight jacket. So bring the right hand on the left shoulder. Left hand comes on the right shoulder. Squeeze the arms in really tight. So you're going to squeeze under your armpits through the lymph nodes. So this squeezes the stale blood, the stale energy away from that area. Then relax the arms just a fraction and let the elbows come up to the ceiling so fresh blood can flow to those lymph nodes. Just a few more breaths if you can. Breathing in to lengthen the arms and the legs. Breathe out, hands to your heart center, turn the feet so they're parallel, and then we're ready to flow the other side. So we're just going to add a few extra steps. So breathing in, interlock the fingers, press the palms up, and then as you breathe out, sway to the side and hold your sway. Breathing in to lengthen, breathe out to come to the other side and hold. Breathing in to lengthen, breathe out, hands down, back into our goddess. Elbows out. So now we're going to come into a side bend. So as you come into the side bend, just move from the torso. Don't move the legs or the feet. So we're going to let this side elbow or the hand rest on the leg. Other arm comes up to the ceiling, breathing in. And then as you breathe out, sway to the side. Just check in with your feet. Make sure there's even pressure with the feet. And that will protect your knees. Just a few more breaths if you can. Breathing in, As you breathe out, come to the other side, just moving from the torso, even pressure through the feet. Knees are soft, just a few more breaths. Coming back up into our goddess. Breathing in to lengthen, breathe out, hands to your heart center. So going to move it into triangle to this side. So just turn the front foot around, back foot comes parallel to the back of the mat. Breathing in to open, breathe out, hinge over. So we're going to draw that moon shape again with that top arm. Nice wide circle through the shoulders. But this time as it comes up to the ceiling, either lay the back, arm on your back or wrap it around your back. So we're going to try and open that top shoulder and the chest up to the ceiling. You can either look up to the ceiling or look ahead or down, whatever's good in your neck. Just slow down the breath. Allow that arm to come back up to the ceiling. I'm going to move it into side angle, so bend that front knee. Front hand either comes down to the mat or the block. Back leg slides back a little bit. And again, try and open the chest, the shoulder up to the ceiling. You can either look up to the ceiling or wherever it's good in your neck. Just a few more breaths. And then allow that top arm to reach forward past your ears. We're going to move it into pyramid here. So just bring both hands down beside that front foot. Turn the back foot around and bring the heel down. So you might need to step the foot forward a little bit. You can either have your hands on the mat, hands on the block. For those who want to work a little stronger through the wrist, turn your hands around so your fingertips are facing backwards. Breathing in, as you breathe out, hinge your torso down. And again, if you're finding it too strong, just a miniature bend through that front knee. Turn your hands back. Going to move it into crescent moon, so bring the back knee down. You can pat under the knee if you need to. Front foot steps forward a little bit more. Breathing in to open the arms. As you breathe out, release through your hips. So we're going to work through our shoulders in this crescent moon. So bring your hands to the back. Interlock the fingers, reach the arms down. And then if it's okay in your shoulders and your neck, lift the arms away from your body. But make sure your shoulders, your neck are really soft and relaxed. And then relax the arms down. So we're going to try a semi-split this time. So bring your weight back. Bring that front heel a little bit further away, toes up, and then let the heel slide just to wherever it feels good for you. So you can either stay up high or you can walk your hands forward and release down a little deeper. So do use your block, do bend the knee, whatever's good for you. It's quite strong, so just breathe into the leg. Make sure you're not straining, just a nice stretch. Slowly walk yourself back. Bring your feet flat to the mat. We're going to turn around to face the middle of the mat, feet parallel to each other. We're going to come into a twist. So here you can either have the hands on the floor or on the block. Left hand stays in the middle of the body. Right arm's going to float out and up to the ceiling. Reach the fingertips to the ceiling. So try not to drop your head down like that. Lift your head, reach forward through the crown of the head, reach back through your sitting bones. As you breathe in, lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, press out through that hand that's down on the mat, reach up through the top fingertips. Just a few more breaths. You can always bend the knees if it's too strong. And then switch sides. So that right hand comes down, left arm comes up. Breathing in to lengthen the spine. Breathe out, reach forward through the crown of the head. Reach back through your sitting bones. Again, breathe in to lengthen. As you breathe out, a little bit more pressure through that hand that's on the floor. And reach out through the top fingertips, that little bit more if you can. You're just going to hold just a few more breaths. Bring the hand down. So we're just going to float from side to side in a lunge. So just bend the knee And then the other knee, just floating from side to side in a soft lunge. As you come to the left side, we're going to hold. So the hands can either be in the middle of the mat or the hands close to the foot, whatever's good for you. So you should feel a nice stretch through that right leg and the groin. Switch to the other side, either hands in the middle or towards that foot, whatever's good for you. Just holding just a few more breaths. Come back into the middle. Turn your feet around. So we're going to come all the way back into our crescent moon to this side. The front foot steps forward a fraction. Breathing in, arms come up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, release through your hips, again working through the shoulders. So bring the hands to the back, interlock the hands, reach the arms down, and if it's okay in your shoulders, your neck, lift the arms away from your back. But do stay aware of your shoulders. Stay aware of your neck. Just a few more breaths if you can. Relax the arms down. Transfer your weight back. Come into that split. So the front heel comes off. Slide it away. Toes up to the ceiling. Either staying high or come deeper. Hands can be on the block if you want to. You can always have a block under that leg if you're finding it too strong through the knee. Relax your shoulders. Relax your head. Just a few more breaths if you can. Let that foot slowly come back. And we're going to turn it into pyramid, so straighten both legs. Let the back foot step forward a little bit so the heel's down. Breathing in, as you breathe out, hinge down. If you feel you're struggling, just bring your hands on the block or bend your knee. For those who want to work through the wrist, turn your hands around. And consciously relax your torso down. As you hold, breathe into that front leg. Allow it to soften, let go as you breathe out. Turn your hands back around. So we're going to bend that front knee. Turn the back foot around so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Hand comes down on the mat. Other arm comes up to the ceiling. So if you feel that you're struggling through the hips, this bottom hand can come onto the block. Try and open the top shoulder, the chest up to the ceiling as much as you can. And then just look where it's good for your neck. Focus on your breath. Just notice the subtle movement of your body as you breathe. Let that top arm reach forward past your ears. Just a few more breaths. Let that hand come up. So we're going to try and come from here into triangle. So if you need to, the hands come down. Anchor through your feet. Float up. And then once you're up, straighten the leg. Breathing in to open the arms. As you breathe out, hinge into your triangle. Draw that moon shape, so let it circle to the back, down to the floor and forward. One more circle. As it comes up to the ceiling, either lay it on your back or wrap it around your back. If you can, open your heart center all the way up to the ceiling and just look where it's good for your neck. Just a few more breaths if you can. Let that arm come up. Come all the way up to standing, relax, our last goddess. So just bring the toes out, knees out. So we're going to try a forward fold in this goddess. So just bring your hands on the crease of your hips. Breathing in to lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, going to hinge from our hips. So you can either come quarter of the way, halfway, or all the way to the flat back. Try and keep your sitting bones touching, reaching down towards the mat. Nice even pressure through your feet. Knees nice and wide and open. Just a few more breaths if you can. Slowly float back up. Breathing in to lengthen. Breathe out, hands to your heart center. Just walk the legs slightly together. We're going to come into Tai Chi swings. So as you swing the arms are really soft and relaxed. The knees are soft. And that back heel comes off the mat. And then come around, just come into mountain. Relax the arms. Breathing in, look up through our fingertips. As you breathe out, float back to a back arch. Breathing in to lengthen, breathe out, swan dive all the way down. Breathing into our flat back. As you breathe out, come down on your knees and then come all the way lying down, ready for relaxation. So as you come lying down, just visualize that you're lying in a natural spa pool and the water's just the right temperature for you. Allow the bubbles to massage your feet all the way around. And then as you breathe out, soften the feet. Let the bubbles massage up through your legs, deep within the muscle. And then as you breathe out, your legs are growing heavy. Let the bubbles massage deep within your hips. And again, as you breathe out, soften the hips. Gonna let the bubbles massage through the lower back. So it's massaging deep within the spine, deep within the muscle area. And as you breathe out, consciously soften the lower back. Let the bubbles massage that middle back, again through the spine and the muscle. Really soften, let go as you breathe out. Bubbles floating all the way around your shoulder blades. Right up to the top of your shoulders, near your collarbone. And then as you breathe out, soften the shoulders down. Relax your back, it's growing heavy. Feel the bubbles massaging your hands and floating all the way up through the arms. And as you breathe out, let the arms be heavy. Soften your eyes. Soften your nose, your mouth. As you breathe out, consciously let go of all tension. Allow the body to be very heavy, just sinking down into the water. We're just going to stay here for a few more breaths. And then very slowly, just become aware of the body and wake the body up. Just bring a little movement to your feet, a little movement to your hands. When you're ready, slowly bend your knees. Slowly roll to the side. Spend a little time on your side. And then when you're ready, slowly come all the way up to sitting. And we're just going to finish off with a few minutes of meditation. So the meditation that we're doing is Kirtan. So we're just going to use the sound Gauranga and Haribol. So just join in with me when you feel comfortable. Just close your eyes. Just rest your mind, your heart in the sound. Gauranga, 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 Haribol. Gauranga, 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 Haribol. Gauranga, 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 Haribol. Gauranga, 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 keeping your eyes closed, we're just going to come into a very soft stretch just to finish off. So as you breathe in, just let the arms float out, shoulders really relaxed. Breathe in a little bit more, let the arms float up, but keep the body soft. And then as you breathe out, let the hands come together. Nice full deep breath out as the hands float all the way down to your heart center. And namaste everyone. Thank you very much for joining the class and have a nice day. Thank you.